So what strategy am I focusing on right now? Hi everyone, my name is Imran. I'm passionate about people, property and your growth. And in this video, while the sun is pouring in one of the show units, have a look, there you are. I just wanted to share with you a question I get asked quite often around what strategy I'm focusing on. So for those of you who don't know me, over the last sort of, God knows how many years now, I'm involved in everything from historic sort of working with local councils and planning committees and voting through planning applications across Oxfordshire, and then into the property investment and development space. So where I am at today, so right now I focus on strategies that I believe to be quite lucrative, and I believe to be an opportunity where you can get into the market. And I'm not saying cut out competition, you can't do that. There's always going to be competition on buying deals. But what I've seen, certainly when I was talking to lots of investors, clients, people I was coaching, especially during the times, I'm going to mention that COVID word, during those times, is people weren't getting opportunities. They weren't getting deals because they're running their numbers, and they were doing the right thing by running their numbers and going, this is the maximum purchase price I can offer that deal, but their offers were getting blown out of the water by other people. So they weren't getting the deals they wanted to. And I kept saying to people, you need to look at your strategy, think about the marketplace there, and think about maybe adapting and changing. So what I've spent time doing over the last few years is focusing my energy on what I would call developments mainly. So this is a conversion of a 20-unit conversion deal here, or new build developments. Now there could be deals that you will do where you go into a new build to sell or a new build to rent. And you have to remember, you need to have multiple exit strategies when you go into property. You know, you can't just think, I'm going to build this, I'm going to develop it, I'm going to sell it. Because if you don't achieve the price you want, or the market changes ever so slightly, then you might decide you want to rent it, but of course look at refinancing it to pull out some of the initial capital you invested in it. Or you might want to convert existing buildings into multiple units, and that can create multiple rental incomes that you can enjoy the cash flow from, or multiple assets you can sell some, keep some. You have multiple exit strategies in those deals. So that's where I tend to focus my energy. A big thing is around permitted development and taking on deals where you can convert, because the council in theory have already said to you, we have permission to do this, subject to crossing the I's and dotting the T's, or whatever the version is. But in terms of doing that, commercial sort of conversions into residential is also quite a lucrative opportunity right now that one should be looking at. So right now, that's where I'm focusing my time, my energy, in terms of the deals that I'm looking for, the deals that I'm looking to develop with partners out there. So just give you a feel for it, because people have been asking me, where is your focus right now? I'm not saying don't go into buy-to-lets. I'm not saying don't go into HMOs. I'm not saying don't go to service accommodation. Those are all great strategies to do. What I'm saying to you is, and I was trying to make this point during the COVID period, people were getting very hooked up in terms of staycations, going into service accommodation because people were staying locally. And I kept making the point, you've got to look at that as a long-term strategy. People I felt, well, I'm sorry to say, some people I felt were quite blinkered and saying, right now for the next 12 months, we can make a great return from having a staycation venue. Absolutely right, absolutely right. But what after that period? What after the market's open? What after airports reopen and people want to travel again? How does that change? Now, in this marketplace today, with the cost of living going up and other things happening, people are going to rein their spending in. So holidays are sadly a luxury item. They will have to make money, make savings where they need to, okay? Going out and buying those Costa coffees and those things, those are luxury items, you know, so they need to sort of rein that spending in. So be aware of that. Think about the market today, think about the strategies you're going into, and hey, not every strategy is right for each individual investor depending on your risk profile, where you're at, but happy to help advise. If you want to talk through where you're at in your journey, what you're looking for, just get in touch. I'm more than happy to be of help.